if other people have the same question, then, you know, I can post it in the team page and they can get it answered as well. So.
All right, cool. I've been watching, I found you on YouTube, so I've been watching some of like our old calls that I've missed, you know, or anything. And I came across, and also a couple of other people I know pay someone to grow their IG. Do you recommend that, or is that something you still do?
I do still do that. I started over. I started an Instagram page, that very small page that I have now. And since my page was so new, so I have this like older page that I had built from years ago, and I have like 26,000 followers on there. But a lot of them are not targeted. I wasn't getting a lot of engagement. So like in my audience, there's a website called hyperauditor.com. And if you have over 1,000 followers on your Instagram page, you can go on the Hyper Auditor, you can log in, and you can check your Instagram account. And it will give you statistics as to like how good your audience is as far as the quality of your audience. Like, are they engaging on your page? How many comments are you getting per post compared to other pages that are like yours? There's a bunch of different statistics on there, but you have to have 1,000 followers. So I was like checking my old page, my 26,000 follower page on Hyper Auditor, and it was showing that my thing called like the ER or something, engagement ratio. So an engagement ratio on average for like a similar account to my other account would be 1.5%. So 1.5% of your audience is actually engaging with your content. So my ER was 0.7%. So I was like a third of what it should be, you know, I mean, like on average, right? So like a third of the average. And then there's pages that I follow, like, for example, Ashley Fell Dyson, who I think is awesome and has an amazing, great following and really good Instagram page with lots of engagement. Her average is 3%. So she's like double the like average, you know? So I'm like, okay, so I have 26,000 followers. And for example, if I were to compare myself to her page, she has like 14,000 followers, but I need like, it's 0.67%. So I would need like, she's getting like basically 5, 6 followers, right? Yeah, per one that I'm getting to engage on my content. So if you think about that, it means like, yes, I'm posting good content and I'm sharing and whatever, and I have a lot of followers, but if nobody's seeing what I'm posting, which I believe that the engagement ratio was so low because Instagram deemed me as not a valuable page. So they actually weren't even showing my content to anyone. And so I hired that Instagram growth service to attempt to try to like revive that page from the dead. So I was paying about, I think I paid $300 something for like 3 months. It was a little bit over $100 a month. And I ran that service for those 3 months. And I was getting a lot of new followers, but my engagement ratio never went up. So I paid for this growth service for 6 months. And that's great that I'm getting all these new followers. But if they're not seeing my content, even when I would do like a giveaway where you normally get like tons of comments and tons of likes, I got like barely anything because Instagram already deemed me as not a valuable page because I built my page in a way, not from the Instagram growth service, but prior to that, I had built my page in a way that wasn't creating a quality audience. So since I didn't have a quality audience, I wasn't getting a lot of engagement. Instagram's algorithm deems me as not valuable and they don't even want to show my content to anyone. So I decided I'm not going to use that page anymore. Because what's the point of me posting all this great content and not getting anyone seeing it? So I decided to start over, and I'm like, if I have 1,000 followers and I have better engagement, if I'm getting actually people to see my stuff, you know, it's being shared and people are seeing it, then that would be better than having a 26,000 follower page and it never being able to like get me a good following, right? So I started over, and since I started a brand new page, the Instagram growth service, what it's going to do for you is it's going to go and follow and like things. It's going to engage on pages that I decide what page I like, and I'll give them a page that has maybe 20,000 followers or something. And I tell them, okay, put this in my targeting. So they're going to go and engage with their followers because their followers should be similar to the account. So I had to find the accounts that I like, tell them, do the targeting. And what happened was I switched over to the new page. I started the Instagram growth service on the new page. And because it's such a brand new page and I haven't taken a lot of actions on the page yet, meaning I haven't liked, commented, followed, and done many things, I was getting put in Instagram jail for having that growth service on, because my page was so new that I was getting blocked from, it was too fast. The activity that they were doing was too fast. And so Instagram was blocking me from doing activity, blocking me from liking things and following. And so I was like, you know what, let me just put this on hold, like put the Instagram growth service on hold. Let me just do it organically myself for now. So I actually was going to hire like someone to do it, hire like a person to actually, because they can just only do it as fast as a person can do it, right? And I did that for like a day or two, and the return on that investment was so minimal for what I was spending, because it was like I paid him $25 an hour, and in an hour he could really only do about, I don't know, 30 to 50 like follow, unfollow, like, and comment type things, you know? So what I think I gained like 10 new followers for his hour, or 5 to 10 new followers for an hour's worth of work. I'm like, that's not going to really, you know, help me. So I'm like, so throughout the month, I would just go in and engage myself. I'd go and I'd follow pages that I liked. I'd like things, I'd comment, I'd, you know, message people. Like, I didn't do it every day. Like, generally my routine would be like once or twice a week, I'd spend like an hour on Instagram doing all that stuff. And then the rest of the time it would just be here and there. Well, so I did that for a month, and then my chick that for the Instagram growth service reached back out. She's like, it's been a month of, you know, the pause has been on for a month. We're going to restart your service. So I do have it restarted now. And I am getting, you know, I am gaining followers on my page. I think when they started, I had 300-ish around, and I have like 600 now. So I've doubled, you know, the number of followers on my small little page with that service. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're going to do it, you need to have a really good idea of the accounts. You need to really do your research of the accounts that you're going to put into the targeting. Because Instagram is not they don't like that we're doing this. They don't want us to do this. If they knew that you were doing it, they could shut down your account. They can like delete everything. They can make you, you know, have action blocks where you can't do anything. They don't want us to be growing our accounts like this. You know, they want us to do it organically. They want it to be a place where people are on the, you know, there. So they're trying to shut all these bots, these, you know, Instagram growth services down. And I think they've been successful in shutting some of them down. So I don't know for how much longer that will be even a possibility. It still is now. And the thing is you really need to research those pages that if you're going to do it, it's an investment and it's money. It's not cheap, because you have to pay for a year. Like, so you can do the 3-month thing. You do the discount. I think it was like $320 or $350 for 3 months. For a year, it's like around $1,000. So it works out to less than $100 a month. So imagine it's worth it, because say I enroll, you know, even one big challenge from those new followers that I gain, that right there covers the cost of what I spent. So you have to think about it like that, and it's an investment. Or 2, you know, smaller challenge packs covers that $100 a month that I'm spending on the growth service, which if I'm gaining 1,000 new followers a month, you think I'd be able to enroll 2 out of those 1,000.
Right. And I do have, I just started using one. Actually, I paid for it about a week or 2 ago, and I'm seeing it's just that I get a lot of, I'm still getting a lot of coaches, but I think it's because who I chose my market to be, because I don't have a lot of, and I know it's because of who the market I chose, but it's like I don't have a lot of other people that I follow on Instagram that have a bunch of followings. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
One of the places that I found actually was like this one girl's page. She's like a local health and wellness girl. Her name's Jacqueline Renee Wellness on like my local Instagram. And I think one of my friends referred me to her. She has a lot of followers, but she is into like, you know, making the juices and doing yoga. And so I kind of like started scouring her page, finding her, so like she's posting all this stuff. I like what she's posting. I used her page as like all the people that I can go through and look at their profiles and then see if they align with what I'm, you know, with something that I could see that they might be interested in what I'm doing. And so that was where, because at first I didn't know how to find people on Instagram either. I'm like, I didn't know how to search, how to locate anybody that would make any sense for me. And of course, a lot of the hashtags I was using were enticing coaches and other already fitness people to follow me. So that's not really valuable. So I did, that was like one thing that I did that helped me find the right group of people already in somebody else's list of people that I could just go through for, you know, for people that are more like, you know, what my avatar, my audience would ideally be. So, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody in your area that's kind of like that, that's either like, you know, like yoga stuff or like any like thing that you really like about nutrition or whatever, that there is somebody like kind of in your area or whatever that has a big amount of following that you can find, you know, candidates for yourself in.
Right. Okay. The one I started using was 21 Social. Have y'all heard of that?
No.
No.
Is that an Instagram growth service?
Yes.
And what did you pay for that?
It's $69 a month.
Okay. Did you talk to someone and did you have a conversation with someone? And
No, it was all through email. It was not, no, I didn't talk to a person.
okay. Are you in a contract with them?
No, there's no contract.
Okay. So, well, mine is called Jumper Media. So I really like that because they get you on the phone. They have a conversation with you. They ask you about like who you are, what you're about, what your brand is, who you're trying to attract to your page. And then you have a relationship with this person like Allie. Her name is Allie. Request to work with her if you end up doing it. And also let them know that I referred you and that you're a Beachbody coach because you'll get a discount. The only thing with Jumper is that it's due in one lump sum. They don't do like a monthly thing. So
Okay.
that's why I tried out the 3-month, you know, because I was like, well, that's only like what, 300, whatever, you know, it's not like, but I'm telling you, it's been really good. Like the results that I'm getting are good with this company. So I do recommend doing it. If you're already, you know, willing to invest the money, then I would do it with Jumper. Like I would switch over because I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, but I do know that they're getting good results for me. And even on my old page, they were getting really good. I was gaining like 2,000 new followers a month on that old page, but it just, no one was still seeing my stuff. It wasn't enough to overcome all the followers that I had from years prior where I had done it the wrong way.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, because I know this one they went over. They wanted you to write like 10. They wanted me to give them 10 people on Instagram that had more than 10,000 followers. So I had to try to find 10 pages that had more than 10,000 followers that I liked.
Okay.
And then I had to write them what my niche was, what I did, what I sold, and all that stuff. But like I said, the pages that I followed, I didn't do my research, like you said. Like, because a lot of the pages that I follow that I like are in fact Beachbody coaches. Like, I don't have any other pages that I follow. So that's probably why I'm getting a crap ton of other Beachbody coaches that are following me. So it's like I'm getting a lot of followers within like the last 2 weeks. I've gotten over 200 followers, which is big for me because I was always stuck at a level, but it's definitely, and I've been engaging, and then there's like a couple of them that aren't Beachbody coaches that I found that we get along and we talk back and forth daily. So then now I'm having trouble asking them. I'm still nervous about asking them about if they want to work out with me, you know. But I'll check Jumper out for sure because they sound.
I think they're like legitimate. Like a lot of Beachbody coaches use them. Jen Richardson, which is one of the accounts that I follow. She's got like about 50,000 followers. She's like a yogi mom.
I put her down as one too.
Oh, well, don't use Beachbody coaches. That's
right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm getting a lot of coaches that are following me back.
Don't ever use Beachbody coaches in your targeting. That's one thing that for sure is like, for one, like, why are you going to try to steal their like people? You know, I mean, not that you're stealing them, but like, why are you going to try to compete with like someone who's a Beachbody coach that already grew their page? Why are you going to try to take their followers? Number one, for that, first and foremost. And secondly, you're going to get a lot of coaches anyway, but why would you want to take their prospects? Like, they've been working on building that account, you know, do it with people who are non-coaches. So that's one thing for sure. But she uses Jumper. She uses Jumper Media, just so you know. She's the one that referred me to Jumper Media. And she's gotten some really good results with that. And the hope is that eventually, once you grow your page using some Instagram growth service like this, that you'll eventually start growing organically, which is my hope with this new page, that I won't always have this growth service. I know Ashley Feldyson used Jumper as well, and she doesn't use them anymore. She just is growing it her own way, organically, however, whatever she's doing. I'm sure she still has someone growing it for her, doing things, you know, whether it's she hired someone, I'm sure she still has something going on there, or maybe not. Maybe it's just to the point now where her page is it's so deemed so valuable by Instagram that she's just being shown. Once you start getting on the explore page, which the way to do that, I can do like more later calls on Instagram. And I was thinking I should start posting some IGTVs on how to grow your Instagram, because I have a lot of knowledge in my brain, but it's like, I just think everyone already knows what I know, but I know everybody doesn't know what I know. Like, so I could do little like 1 to 2 minute IGTV videos. I was thinking that would be good, because you guys, I know like a lot of you guys would follow my page and you'll get that information. But in the meantime, if like Jumper is not something that you want, well, did you have any other questions about that, or?
No, that was it.
So let me show you something here. First of all, if you have a Mac, I'm going to show you real quick, since we're on this topic, some valuable tips. So if you have a Mac, you cannot DM or post or do any commenting or anything. I think maybe you can comment from Instagram, like from your browser. But if you actually pay for the Grids app through the App Store, you can actually do everything on Instagram that you could do on your phone. So you can go to Instagram, you can like photos, you can comment on photos, you can post from here if you want to. So let me show you. So here's my page. You can search here. Here's add a new post, add a new story, and I can switch between, here's my old page, which I haven't been posting on. All right, so, and then you can go over here, and here's my inbox, okay? And I can actually message people from here.
Oh, cool.
So I can give her a little smile. That's Jonna posting our morning race or whatever. And then here's IGTV. I'm not sure if you can upload. I haven't tried that. I've just done it.
Instagram tip of the day. And before I get to
and
it,
she's a
I
great
want to make sure
person
that
to
you know
follow.
that if you miss one of these, you can get all.
Here's where you see your notifications. Here's where you can bookmark, whatever. Okay, so if I go to my page, I'm trying to go to my stories. Click on that, okay. And one thing that I like to do to enhance my engagement is to go to my followers. I do this, actually, I'll start with the people that are liking a post of mine. So I'll give you guys an example here. This one. This post, I went here and I clicked on everyone that had liked my post. And I went down and I scrolled up to the top here and I look, and obviously she's a coach, she's a client of Jonna. She's a potential. She's someone that I've been talking to about becoming a coach. She's already one of my clients. She's a potential. So some of these people are people that I have in Instagram pods too. So I'm in an Instagram pod with a bunch of different yoga pages where we all post in that pod, like what I posted in the team page, where you comment on everybody's post in the last 24 hours, and then you post that you posted a new post, and then everybody goes and comments on yours. So some of these people are from my pod. But I had 83 likes. And so I go through and I find the people. This girl is a potential. Like, she's someone I don't know. She's not from my Instagram pod, and she's not on my team. She's not a client, whatever. So I would go to her page and I would like some of her posts. And I think I didn't like, because I think I was blocked at that time. If you have Jumper, you have to be careful with liking, because Jumper is pretty much maxing out your likes. So I can't like too many things. I can only do a couple, but I can comment as much as I want. So I go and I can comment on her. I think I commented on this. I thought, maybe not. Okay. Anyway, here's my comment. I commented on this the other day, but that wasn't even when I was doing this. I just did it because I saw her post and I was like, I agree with you. So engaging on other people's pages is what's going to happen. They're going to start engaging on yours. Okay. So then, since I looked at her page, I thought, on my own fitness journey that's helping me deal with life and learn who I am. Okay. She's not a fitness journey. She's not a coach. You know, I'm like, it doesn't look like she is. It looks like she's going to the gym. Okay, cool. So then what I would do is I'd go here and click on this little 3 dots and I'd click send a message. And then my message was, I always save it in my notes. This was my message, but I changed it for each person. So I put, hey name, hi name, how are you? Just wanted to reach out and say thanks for your support on my recent turning 39 post. And then this part was personalized for each person. Do you live in Michigan? I'm from the Detroit area, grew up in Mixham. Congrats on overcoming your ED. That was like for a specific girl that was in Michigan and had like overcome her eating disorder. And then, so this part is personalized. For each person, I put something that I saw on their page that was some type of commonality that I connected with, and asked them a question. And then I would copy it and I would paste it into this message and send it to them. And I would spend an hour, like if I have time, I would spend an hour a day doing that. Messaging people, liking their posts. I don't try to hit a certain number, because that made me super stressed out, because I'm like, oh my God, I need to do like 200 people. I'm like, I don't have it done. I set a timer, and you can go into Google and you can look up timer, and you can go here and you can put 60 minutes, start, boom. And you can work for an hour on Instagram, do as many as you can. And I have a notebook, which I didn't bring. I have a notebook, and I write the names of every person account that I engaged that day. And I write the date and the names of the people. Then the people that respond to me from they respond the next day from the day before, I circle them. So those are the people that, okay, they responded to me. They're interested in talking to me. We can take this relationship further. People that don't respond, I might still engage on their page. I might not. It depends on how much I really feel like a connection with their avatar. So then I would go back. I would hit this back arrow. And this is being recorded. So you can go back and watch this again if you need to. I would go back to the likes. I scroll to where I was. Here's another girl. She's not a client. She's not a coach. And I would, again, click on her page, look at some of her stuff. I liked some of her posts. I commented she's a new mom with a cute little baby. It doesn't look like a coach. She's, obviously she's a cute chick. Looks like she's in shape, even with her baby. So I'd do the same thing. I'd go, oops, not that. I'd go to her here, hit the 3 dots, send a message, and then I'd, say something probably ask her about her baby. Like, oh, are you a new mom? Like, are you a stay-at-home mom? Like, how are you liking it? Whatever. Send her a message, again, personalize that, like in her part, copy and paste it, and then back again. And then I go and I spend an hour doing that. And I probably only end up doing it once a week for an hour because of my crazy schedule. And then you start getting people responding to you. So say you do 50 of them and you're getting people responding to you. So now you got to answer all those messages and I don't do it every day. If I had the time, energy, and if I didn't have my anesthesia job and this was all I did, I'd try to do that. I would probably try to do that 4 days a week, where I went in and did You know, maybe I do it 2 days a week, but the second day I end up answering a lot of messages because they've messaged me back, and then I don't get as many. And then that's that. Obviously, some other tips about Instagram is they want you to use all their features. They want you to stay, they're going to deem you valuable when you get people to stay on Instagram longer. So that's why, if your page is a page that is attracting people to it and people are watching your videos, say your video is a 2-minute long video and you get a bunch of people to watch that 2-minute long video and sit there on Instagram for 2 minutes, you get 1,000 people to watch it, Instagram is automatically going to deem your page valuable because you kept those people on that page watching that video for so long, so many of them, that they're going to end up showing your videos in the Explore page to more people. So your job is to create content that's going to keep people on Instagram longer. So that's why you got to use the IGTV, you got to use Instagram Live, your stories, your captions. Obviously, your picture has to capture, you have to capture their attention in 5 seconds with a picture or less, like 2 seconds. And then your caption has to be so, it has to capture their attention to want to read the rest of it in the first couple sentences. And then you want them to read the whole caption because that's going to keep them on Instagram longer. So there's just some tips about how you can, how it works and, how the Instagram algorithm works. And once you start gaining momentum and traction on your page and Instagram starts seeing you as valuable, it becomes a lot easier because now you're in the Explore page. So now you're on the Explore page, random people that aren't following you, that don't even know, you're popping up on their Explore page, they're seeing your video, and then they're going and watching. So you're having access to a lot more eyeballs, a lot more people to see your stuff. That's how but you have to build that momentum to gain that traction. Does that all make sense? Did you guys know that? No? Okay. Did you know that?
I mean, I've been learning it, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have questions about that? Or shares? Do you have anything to share? Oh, and then what she was saying was the page that she was following is, that's what I wanted to show them that really quick.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to show them that?
Oh, sure. So
how you do that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's not use the account that you're using though, because I don't want to have that on video and then everyone say they want to start using it and then they're going to go. So let's just think of another account. Let's say, for example, I know a girl because she's in Australia. So she's one of my Instagram pods. And so we comment on each other's posts in this pod. She's in Australia, so she's not going to be a good targeting because obviously we're not in Australia yet. And she's going to have a lot of people who are following her in Australia. So what Jumper does for you and what Jonna was explaining is, and what she's doing for herself is, do you want to show them?
Yeah, so I just go into her followers. And I kind of did it with a list too. I got my pen and paper down and I went through, and first I started at the top and just
here, I'll switch spots with you.
I would just go into the first ones that looked like real people, obviously, and not places, and would look at their pages and kind of see what their posts were. Sorry, I'm not used to using this. So weird, but yeah, so I would just scroll and look at their posts and see if they looked like somebody that I was always curious if they were local because I kind of liked the more local idea for me. And then I would write their name down. I would do the 531 method that Marissa and Shalene, I think was the one, would do. So I'd go on her pages or her photos, her recent photos. I would authentically, as Marissa recommends, and that's easiest to do, like her pictures, five pictures. And then I would make some authentic comments on 3 of those 5 that I had liked. And then I would go into the message and just say, make a comment on, that's why it's easier if they're local or you find something in common with them, because you can say, hey, I saw your post on Instagram. I liked it. What do you, like, where do you do yoga or whatever the thing is that you saw that you liked from them. And when it was kind of cool for me when I realized like that process. At first, Marissa literally had to walk me through and show me how she did the process because I'm like, I don't understand. So she did the same thing for me where she went in and she like typed all this stuff and did it and showed me how to do it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you do. So then, I was doing that. So I would go through and sorry, I don't know how to set up this, but
Let's show them.
So I would just do that, and then I'd write their name down because then I would stay. I would know that I would want to engage with them more. And I was doing that only with like, I set my goals really low just because I didn't want to feel overwhelmed by the situation. So for myself, and I was doing the growth organically through my own self. I wasn't hiring anybody. So I would do like 5 people a day on Instagram and 5 on Facebook. I found Instagram's easier to do it. I feel like Facebook is harder to do that on.
So 531 is 5 likes, like 5 of their photos, comment on 3, and then follow, and send them a PM. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
So then what she's doing it organically, but Jumper is going to do that for you. That's what they're going to do. So I would tell them, put Pretty Yogi, Sam, in my targeting. And then Jumper would be the ones to be doing all that. And they do it obviously a lot faster than you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
But the difference is that Jumpers are not going to be as targeted because they're just going to do it with anybody that's following this girl. Versus when Jana's doing it herself, she's actually looking at the accounts and deciding, is this my avatar, before she's engaging with the page. So it depends on, each person is different. So I'm going to get more followers faster, but some of them are going to not be my avatar. It's going to be more watered down versus if you're doing it yourself, but I'm getting a lot more, so it's, and I'm not doing the work. If you're doing it yourself, it's going to be your time that you're trading, but your audience is going to be extremely much more targeted because you're actually the one that's looking at it and making sure that they're really your target audience. Yeah. Anybody have questions on that? Do you have anything else you want to say? Questions or shares? Because if not, then that'll be it for today.
Christine, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was saying goodbye.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you had a question.
Sorry. It's still a bit early over here.
No worries. All right, ladies. Diana, have you heard anything about Summit?
I'm trying.
Okay.
So where I work, it's really hard because everyone's like taking off around that time. So I am only able to have one person cover for me. And yeah, I'm trying my hardest. Trying to work my magic. I'm trying to go. I really want to.
Okay. Well, is it you just need to get Thursday and Friday covered, right?
Right. And those are the busiest days because I work for a home care agency and we have to, like the weekend, we have to work ahead and it's always like overload on Thursday and Friday. So I'm trying.
All right. Well, keep us posted.
Will do.
All right. All right, ladies. Well, thanks for hopping on today. Sorry for the late start and we appreciate you. Have a great week and we'll see you next Saturday.
Sounds good. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.